Good morning, everyone. This is your daily news report and fourth stimulus package update. Millions of Americans will be receiving an additional $300 payment this very week. Please make sure to watch until the end of this video. While millions of people have stopped receiving enhanced federal unemployment benefits, and millions more have lost the protection of a federal eviction moratorium, considerable crisis-related aid from the government remains available, but in some instances, only a small percentage of those eligible for assistance are receiving it. Since April 2021, the federal government has picked up the cost of COBRA health insurance for people who were eligible for these benefits through their former workplace. That benefit will last until the end of this month, but once the subsidized COBRA runs out, people can still receive free or almost free health care through the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare, as long as they received unemployment benefits at any point in the year 2021. Although a special enrollment period for the unemployed to take advantage of the subsidized Affordable Care Act coverage, which ended on August 15th, those who received the free COBRA benefit have another opportunity to enroll. The expiration of COBRA benefits, or the end of federal subsidy for COBRA, is considered a qualifying event to enroll in the federal health insurance exchange. The United States has seen a shift from federal government providing financial aid to citizens to a more state-centric system. So this means that stimulus checks are now arriving from the states that have put money aside to try and support their citizens. Fears caused by the crisis remain across much of the U.S., especially with President Biden, so this financial aid will come as a welcome relief to millions whose jobs remain up in the air.
Here's a quote, Mr. President, to start the day. I do think we're in a very serious danger of repeating almost all the mistakes of the 1960s and early 1970s. That, Mr. President, is Larry Summers, the senior advisor to two Democratic presidents, about the risk of inflation we face today. As one report explained, quote, the former Treasury Secretary has been warning since February that President Joe Biden's big spending agenda was creating the risk of an inflation spike this year, potentially cutting into the economic recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic, end quote. But Washington Democrats have spent trillions of dollars on pet liberal projects. They've been printing and wasting money like there's no tomorrow, and American families are hurting as a result. Inflation has more than overtaken the average worker's wage growth since last year. Employers are raising wages higher and higher, but their workers' paychecks go less and less far. Families' incomes and savings are eroding right before their eyes. Democrats have done this proudly, on a party line basis. Back in 2020, during the teeth of the COVID emergency, Congress worked across party lines to pass massive rescue packages that Republicans and Democrats had written.
The next installment of the child tax credit will arrive this very week. The credit provides $3,600 annually for children under the age of 6 and $3,000 for children ages 6 to 17. And instead of being claimed all at once, half the credit is being sent in monthly installments of $300 or $200 per child. The remainder can be claimed when filing your 2021 taxes in 2022. People with direct deposit information on file with the Internal Revenue Service should see their payments arrive on Wednesday, September 15th. Then paper checks will follow. Individuals with incomes of $75,000 or less are eligible for the full amount. Income caps increase to $112,500 for people filing as head of households and $150,000 for married couples. Families with incomes of up to $200,000 for individuals or $400,000 for married couples are also eligible for the $2,000 credit, the amount set before the most recent stimulus package. The deadline for distributing this money is December 31st, yet some states are already in the process of sending out checks where they are needed the most. Residents in the state of Alaska may qualify for some additional money through the Federal State Extended Benefit Program, which could bring another 13 to 20 weeks of checks. This is only possible for certain residents, and it depends on how much of this pot of money has already been claimed. Furthermore, Alaskans are waiting for updates regarding what will happen with the annual oil wealth checks. The situation in Arkansas is still very much up in the air, with the Arkansas state government currently involved in the legal battle with its own residents over the end of the federal unemployment benefits that were worth $300 per week. As things stand, California is the only state that have sent a stimulus check from their own money in the form of a Golden State stimulus, as the state of California has a budget surplus due to their tax system. The first rounds are going out through direct deposit to people who have their bank account information on file with the state tax agency. However, some payments may be delayed because they may need more review, depending on the situation or information that they have. This could also include address changes and bank account changes. A total of $12 billion in direct payments is slated to go out to qualifying California residents, benefiting about 2 out of every 3 Californians. Some Social Security recipients may also be eligible for the GSS-2 payment, provided Social Security is not their sole form of income and that they have an adjusted gross income of $75,000 or less. Additionally, Californians who received the earlier GSS-1 payment could receive another check if they previously claimed dependents. California is using 2020 tax returns to determine who will receive the Golden State stimulus and for how much. Residents who are not sure whether or not they qualify are encouraged to use the state's online estimator tool, which will help provide an answer. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me here this morning.